Hello and welcome. This is Best Foot Forward Shoes. My name is Harrison Cable. Thank you so much for checking out this video. It's really appreciated. Oh boy, this one is going to cause a bit of a stir. Some people absolutely hate this shoe and some people love this shoe. Today we are looking at the Crocs Juniper with Salehe Bembury in this Tahini colorway. So if you're not aware, Salehe Bembury is a sneaker designer. He's a visionary. He's done collabs with Crocs. He's done collabs with New Balance. He's done collabs with Moncler. And he's got a fair few more shoes coming. But this shoe is one of the most anticipated shoes of 2024. It is the first sneaker that Crocs have done, trying to break into that game with the help of Salehe Bembury. You've got a huge amount of Crocs inspiration, as well as Salehe Bembury's literal footprint on the shoe, as well as many more amazing little touches that we will get into on this shoe. First of all, I do want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed lately. Thank you so much for the views and just the comments and the general positivity around the channel and the videos over the last few weeks and months. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. I've recently released a podcast. I'm going to be having a few more guests and starting to push that long form content a little bit more. So if you feel like checking that out, it's just up here. So again, thank you very much. Let's have a look at some of the materials. So let's start from the bottom up. We have this incredibly tough and rugged rubber on the bottom. Literally it looks like Salehe Bembury's fingerprint. That's kind of his signature style. This rubber is semi-translucent, so you can sort of see the foam that is underneath that sole. And overall to the touch, it feels incredibly solid, incredibly rugged. I definitely don't think that these shoes are going to break anytime soon. Moving on to the upper of the shoe, it is a one-piece molded construction in this classic Crocs rubber. It's not incredibly flexible, but it's not very rigid either. It feels pretty nice to the touch as well. You've got lots of ventilation holes around the toe. You've also got ventilation holes around the heel. So these are going to be a perfect shoe for summer, where it's coming into summer here in Australia. So definitely going to be wearing these a lot due to the breathability and the comfort of the shoe, which I'll get into a little bit later. The only other material on this shoe is a polyester blend that provides a little bit of support around the ankle. You've got a little bit of padding, but it's not a huge amount of padding. You've definitely got a lot of ventilation holes around where the laces are. Like you can see my finger. You can barely feel any sort of padding at all on around the laces. And then with this size of shoe, my foot actually barely even touched the tongue. It doesn't really have a tongue. As you can tell, it does have a little bit of padding, but it's not a huge amount. You only get one pair of laces with this shoe, and it is a very, nice lace, but it's nothing groundbreaking. That's not really the star of the show. And then you have a little cotton tab on the back for easy access and putting your shoe in with this little heel tab. The insole is your very classic Crocs thermoplastic. It's very squishy. It's very nice to the touch. You've also got these little orthopedic little bumps on the shoe, so you could wear this shoe barefoot. I definitely won't be wearing it barefoot, but you could if you want to. I think that due to all the ventilation holes around the entire upper, it would definitely be breathable and comfortable as like a water shoe. Salehe Bembury said that these shoes were mainly meant for hiking. He's a huge fan of hiking, which you can see in some of his other colorways with New Balance. Now, this is the second colorway of this silhouette. The first one was more of a salmon loud color. So this one being a nicely toned down, mainly white and a little bit of yellow and brown. It's much more my speed. It's not as loud, and I think that you can definitely wear these with as many outfits. So as I said before, this shoe is incredibly polarizing. I posted on Reddit and Facebook saying, what are you guys' thoughts about this? What do you think about this shoe? And it was literally split 50-50. Some people absolutely hated it, as you can see by these comments, and some people absolutely loved it, as you can also see by these comments. So it definitely splits people's opinions, and like my wife hates it, but then I've got friends who said that they look super tough and super awesome. And I think if you have that sort of quirky style and you have that taste for somewhat different and loud sneakers, it's definitely going to be your piece to wear. But just be aware that not everyone's going to like this shoe, but you know what? That doesn't really matter. I don't really wear shoes for other people to like them. I wear them because I like them, and I think that's how sneakers should be. So let's get into why you're all really here. The comfort on this shoe is it's hard to describe. It's unlike any other shoe that I've ever had before. It's definitely very squishy, but also it fits kind of differently than any other shoe. Every step I took felt like I was being rebounded by the thermoplastic insole and the rubber and the foam. It was definitely giving me a little bit of a spring in my step. However, it is very heavy, so it kind of had a little bit of a, felt like I was going somewhere, but also felt like I was being weighed down a little bit. So they are probably about just under 1 kilo, so about 2 pounds in American sizing. So they're definitely a hefty shoe and probably not one that I would be wearing all day, every day. I think that you would probably get sick and tired of the weight of them, but the comfort is pretty good. So another big question I've gotten about this shoe is the sizing. Now I went with my true to size, a size 9, which on the box it said 42/43. It's kind of how Crocs do their sizing because it's not a snug fit. It allows for a little bit of extra room. Now I don't really like a lot of extra room, so I probably wish that I had gone down at least one size. And so to counter this little bit of extra room, I did put an extra insole into it, which helped a little bit and definitely helped my midfoot feel a little bit more secure and push my toes a little bit further to the front. As I said before, you also don't get a huge amount of lockdown around the ankle. It really, like, the laces stop here and my foot stops here. So there's literally about 2 centimeters of room there where I'm not feeling any sort of lockdown. Where with other shoes, you get it basically all the way up to the front of the tongue and you feel it basically right at the edge of your foot. It feels kind of weird and I'm not really liking it so far. I should check in and make another video after wearing these for a few days or weeks and see how I feel after that. But as of right now, I didn't feel like I had a huge amount of support around the ankle, and I don't really know how to feel about that. So I'm just gonna have to wear them and check in later on and tell you about the sizing and the comfort. So the box that these shoes came in was nothing incredibly special. You had the Crocs and Salehe Bembury branding on the front there. You have the Crocs Juniper. As you can kind of see, this box is heavy. I reckon it's at least like 3.5 kilos. Like, this whole package is hefty. You have the Crocs branding with Salehe Bembury right there. So yeah, as you can see the shoes through the box. It's just a basic cardboard box. There was no accessories, no extra laces. So I feel as though to make the shoe a little bit more premium, I probably would have preferred maybe a little bit extra accessories, but you know, you get what you get. So overall, what do I think about this shoe? It's definitely one of those shoes that I'm going to have to wear and come back on my opinion of it. It feels good initially. It feels very breathable. It's very comfortable. The sizing's a little bit odd, but I really do like it. I like the look of it. I like how divisive it is and people's opinions are always split about it. So it's definitely one of those ones that I'm going to have to come back on and tell you guys about the sizing after a few wears. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please click the subscribe button down below. We'll have plenty more content coming out on the channel. I appreciate all your support. It means the world. Thank you and have a good day.